Welcome back to the vlog, and today is actually a good video. I think that you will get some value out of it. It's basically just an update about the new channel that I'm starting, and I think I'll get a lot of value out of it. I actually have notes for once, so this should be pretty useful, especially if you want to do YouTube yourself or if you just want to like do a business yourself. So I'll get started. And basically, I've created emeralds. It is a thing now. And it's not this channel, yeah, because basically I decided to leave this one as a vlog channel. I like doing these vlogs. I like seeing my little face. And yeah, so I just started my own channel just to not let my old videos interfere with this one. And what's next? So basically, the pillars or the like topics for the new channel emeralds are going to be self-development and business, which I mentioned last time, and I've done some competitor research, like what's out there already, and my plan is to combine different topics like self-development and business. Like there's a channel called Hook and there's a channel called alux.com, and Hook is like business stories and stuff of success, and then alux.com is like self-development tips or like different interesting things, basically very broad appeal topics. And I'm planning to combine that sort of topics with Sam Onella. He's like a YouTuber who does funny videos with that sort of style, so it's like a comical sort of entertainment way. And I'll link those channels below so you know what I mean. But yeah, this is really how I'm gonna differentiate my channel Emeralds from what's already out there, because it's a very big niche and very competitive, but it feels like there's still a lot of room to innovate. So basically my content plan is to make that in a funny way. So what I'm doing for this channel that I didn't do for my last channel is I'm going about it with a more business mindset, because what I didn't realize really is that when I started my last channel, I was making myself out to be a YouTuber, which is fine. Some people really like it, but I want to be more of a YouTube businessman. Like, if you're a YouTuber, the channel really depends on you and your face, your personality, and if you like want to sell it or if just leave it and do something else, your channel's gonna die because you're not there to uphold it. And my plan with this channel is to be able to automate it and have other people do the work eventually. So it's like not dependent on me, and yeah, that's one of the reasons why. I'll get into more later. But okay, so yeah, also I wrote a business plan for this new channel, and it took me like maybe like a few hours, but it was pretty fun because I've never actually like seriously gone about it in this way and like made a shareable one. So you'll also find a link to the business plan down below, and you might want to read it. It's pretty interesting. So I have an avatar outline there. That's basically your target viewer and customer, and I wrote a little bit about who I think they are, what I think they do, and what I think they're like interested in and stuff like that. Since I don't know if you know, but a lot of businesses will start out by writing their avatar out, someone who they think is their ideal customer, and then they'll refine it over time. But that's sort of how you go about starting a business, because they're all about helping people. And yeah, after that, then I talk about the content style I want to do, which is basically combining those two channel ideas. And then, because it's YouTube, that's like basically the whole business is the videos. And then I have a roadmap, because, so the thing about the roadmap is Arthur Guinness, who founded like Guinness Brewing or whatever that company is called, he signed a 9,000-year lease when he started his first brewery, because he was just fucking confident. Okay, so I was reading this book called The One Thing, and it's a book about like not being distracted and like focusing on one thing, 80-20 ruling it until you have like the most important thing to do. But there's a chapter about thinking big, and so he brings up that as an example, the 9,000-year lease, which is extremely sick, by the way. If you ever look at a Guinness can, it says like since 17 fucking, it's like older than America, the beer is. Not the actual beer you're drinking, the company. And yeah, it's just pretty cool that he like set himself up for that. Like he knew it was gonna happen. So that's what I'm doing with this channel. I have a roadmap that stretches all the way down to $100,000 of monthly revenue. I probably might increase it because the book says, like, if you don't hit that goal, then you'll like hit a goal that you forgot the exact wording, but basically set a goal for higher than you want, because if you fail, then you'll still get what you want. So that's what I'm gonna do. And it really helps to have like a clear roadmap and like goals, so you know what you're working towards, and then you'll end up actually hitting those things instead of just looking one step ahead. Like, long-term thinking is so important. So that's really what I'm trying to do with this channel, in a more realistic way than my last channel. Yeah, and then so now moving on to the next chapter in the video, probably in the middle there, would be my old channel and why I'm probably gonna leave it. Okay, so basically it just depends on how this first month goes. If I really hate this channel for some reason, or if it doesn't work out at all in the first month, in the first 8 videos that I make this month, then I will maybe reconsider leaving it. But here's a few of the biggest reasons why I want to leave it. And okay, here's another quote from that book I was reading, and it goes, "What you build today will either empower you or restrict you tomorrow." Basically, a rung of a ladder is not meant to stand on. It's meant as a step so you can put another foot higher. And that means that everything you do should make you, like, put you in a better position for tomorrow. And I didn't really feel like I was doing that with this channel. Like, I felt like I was building myself into a box of my own YouTube personality. So if I ever wanted to do something else or take a break, I couldn't really hire out myself. I'm myself. I can't make two. And it would be really hard to like switch to another person. And I didn't see a grand vision for what the channel could be in the future, which is my next point. Because I couldn't really imagine innovating in the cars niche on YouTube. And I didn't really want to like figure it out because I didn't really feel passionate about it. And if you don't have a grand vision, like I was saying earlier, you almost, yeah, you might as well not start, honestly. Like, I don't know, I just thought of that, but it seems right. If you don't have a grand vision for your business, like 10 years down the road or something, or 5 years, even if it's just selling it off, like, that's fine. But you should have some sort of vision for why you're doing it and what's going to happen to it eventually. Yeah, and then there's other reasons why I'm leaving the car niche. So it's a smaller content well, like cars. I mean, you look at a car, there's like wheels, there's like a windshield, an engine. There's a few parts, but it's not as big as like the business world or the self-development world. And so there's just so much like more content to cover in this new channel, and should have a really deep content well, as opposed to cars, which is sort of hard to find things to talk about. It's also a smaller audience. Cars don't appeal to everyone. You can tell in the cars niche that the videos that appeal to everyone usually do the best, or maybe not usually do the best, but some of the highest viewed videos in the car niche are ones that everyone is interested in, like luxury cars, for example. You don't have to like cars to like luxury cars, you know, like normal people like luxury cars. But yeah, that's and then also there's less ways to monetize cars. Like the biggest channel called Donut Media, which I can link below as an example of like who I think of when I think of the like highest level car niche channel. They've innovated a ton, and it's kind of hard to imagine it doing better than them, but they still mostly monetize by merchandise and AdSense, which I want to be able to monetize with ways that are really helpful to the audience, like courses or, you know, meetings or something like that. So there should be like cars are just sort of harder to monetize than this new channel that I want to start. And yeah, that leads me to my last reason that I'm leaving this channel, and it's because I didn't really feel like I was having an impact on like my viewers or the world. So I hit this thing called purpose burnout, which you probably heard about regular burnout. Obviously, it's like you get fucking tired. But purpose burnout is a common thing with creators. And it's like, I guess a lot of careers too, but you basically hit a point you're like, why am I doing this? Like, I'm not making an impact. Like, why am I getting up and making this video if I have like enough money or whatever? And even though I wasn't making a dime, I didn't want to end up like that in the future. So I just sort of like didn't want to, just thought I could have more of an impact in the self-development niche, because that's sort of what I wanted to talk about and like help people with. So yeah, that's basically all the reasons I'm leaving this. Probably leaving that channel. And I'll just mention going forwards really quick before this video gets too long. Okay. First, I feel bad about leaving my subscribers because I would always get comments on Chariots about like, oh dude, never quit. Thanks for making these videos, bro. I hope you never quit, or something like that. And now I'm probably quitting, so kind of feel like a fucking asshole. I really hope that some of those people come over to watch like my new channel, because it's still me, even though on different topics, and maybe they'll be interested in seeing the new stuff. But yeah, ultimately it's kind of sad, and I feel like a fucking quitter, you know? Like, okay, let me look at my notes. Yeah, I sort of like really hope that I don't end up in purpose burnout or like quitting this new channel, Emeralds, because then I'm gonna feel like even more of a quitter. Like, I don't know. I think everyone has this sort of like insecurity that they like can't do difficult things, or they'll give up too fast. So definitely not free of that, but I think I'm moving forwards, honestly. Like, the biggest lesson I've learned is to not hold back from things that you want to do. So before I started YouTube, I was doing something because I wanted to make like a self-development channel, basically, to teach people like stuff and like share my knowledge. Not that I'm like the most knowledgeable, but I just like to learn. And then I realized, like, why am I doing this other thing? I could just start a YouTube channel now about cars, because I already know about cars. Long story short, you've probably heard the story, but basically I'm not doing cars anymore. So yeah, I was holding back from self-development this whole time, really, on YouTube, and I hope this is the last time that I feel like I'm holding back. You kind of can't tell when you start something new if you're holding back sometimes, but I feel like I'm not, at least, using logic. So this will be interesting to see if I quit on this. If I quit on this too, then honestly, I think I'm just gonna fucking go live under a bridge. Life is easier that way, it seems. Couple more notes. Yeah, the last thing I want to say is this niche is a lot more competitive. So that is one of my biggest worries going into this, is like cars. I've literally like found like 75, 80, 90%. It's a big range, but like maybe 90% of the competitor channels that are actually like making good videos on YouTube about cars. And with self-improvement or like business or entrepreneurship, those niches have like so many channels, so many people doing like awesome videos, creating awesome things, and it's gonna be fucking hard to compete. So not that Chariots and cars wasn't challenging enough already, but now I have a bigger challenge to confront. So yeah, should make it interesting. Honestly, I'm pretty psyched though. That's the end of my notes, by the way. But honestly, I'm just pretty psyched about like starting this new channel where I can like think of it as like a business, because I always listen to like this Think Media podcast or like Creators podcast, and they're usually talking to people who have like a business centered around their content. And I didn't really have a solid business plan for Chariots after I lost conviction of my goals with it, which I guess I'll fill in. Like, my goals with it was to build out like a team, like a full production team, like fucking 20 plus people to like go around and like shoot videos and do challenges and stuff. And now I'm just like, I cannot do that. Like, I I don't want to do fucking entertainment full time. Like, I'd rather just start this now and like either see what it's like and, you know, decide YouTube's not for me, or like enjoy it enough to keep going and then build out a team. And I think I'll really enjoy building out a team and creating systems and stuff for them to work on, and just scaling a business rather than like focusing on like entertainment. Honestly, like, yeah, there's a lot of soul searching I've been trying to do to figure out like what would be best for me. Yeah, basically I'm just to the point of rambling, like, but really, like, whenever you start something big, like some major life decision, like, or like a business or something, I always find myself needing to go back to like my soul and like journal or do some research and like ask myself questions about like, okay, what do I really care about? What do I like? What do I dislike? And doing all this stuff to like figure out who you are and who you should become. Stuff like that. Okay, so that's really top tip of the fucking 15 seconds I've been speaking. Yeah. You ever have a lot of coffee in the morning and then like you're just like super wired, like super energetic, but then like towards the end of the day you just become like fucking mush brain. You're like, what was I thinking about? That's where I'm at, especially after speaking this long. Yeah. Might as well stretch this video out to 20 minutes because talking to myself is fun. But yeah, I think I've learned a lot from Chariots. Definitely one of the biggest things I've learned is like, I don't really love making videos, which sounds pretty dumb because I'm still making videos on a new channel, but I mean, YouTube's a great opportunity, and there's like, I like making videos enough to do it, but it has to be about stuff that really interests me, and it has to have like a grand vision for it. But like the best entertainment channels like Mr. Beast, and I was listening to some podcasts about other like really good entertainment channels. The guys there are just like, I just love making videos. I would do it if I made no money. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? If I didn't make money, I'd be fucking on a jet ski in Tahiti or some shit. So yeah, that's really why I'm like I'm glad I did Chariots, because I learned a lot of stuff about myself. Like, I didn't really like, I guess I'm sort of maybe good at talking to camera. I've gotten better over the last like few months, but I still don't think I'm amazing at it, and it's not really something that lights me up inside. I think there's a lot of other stuff I can like find out about myself that will be more fun, more interesting, and I think that starting this sort of business will be more interesting. It's like, honestly, just making systems is so fucking fun, and then like creating like a team and like work environment and like all this stuff, it seems so cool. So I'm just gonna try that shit out over the next like couple of years, and hopefully I'll find something I really like. You know, very blessed to be able to stay at home right now. Like, holy shit, if I wasn't staying at home like basically rent free, I would be fucking, I don't even know what I'd be doing. I'd probably be working at like some minimum wage job or whatever, and then I would just come home like tired as fuck and like not want to make videos or something like that. Respect to everyone who fucking does that, who goes to a full-time job and then makes videos or does a side hustle in their free time. But yeah, hopefully I'll inspire people to do that sort of stuff with this new channel, because like I'm sort of just realizing that like life, it has to be lived to the fullest. Like, the way I reason with it is like, if you're living life at all, then what's the point of like not going all in? You know, it's like some people like, if you do something, you might as well like go all in on it and actually be good. That's kind of how I view life. Like, there's no point like half-assedly living life and then just like regretting stuff. Yeah. So I'm gonna end this video at 20 minutes. This was some fucking pretty terrible talking, but I think it still made sense. And hopefully you gained some insights from it. And maybe let me know your thoughts down below. 20 minutes exactly.